What's up, y'all? Hope everybody's having a good week. I'm going to go over a couple patterns today, or riffs. Like I say, with all these type of videos, this is just a starting point. Take whatever you're going to see in this video and run with it. You can put it, a million variations on it, phrasing and note choice, etc., etc. I like using this little riff as a dominant 7th lick. But you can also do a major version. And that pairs really well if you have a Boss G7 or any kind of dobro sim. But yeah, we'll get more into that later. Get you on down here. We'll do it out of the key of G today, people's key. So we're starting on string 7. We'd be out of our E lower with B pedal. So our Dom 7 position for G. But you don't have to lower your E's because we're not hitting that right now. You can pick or palm block this. So I'm hitting 7, 6. My B pedal, A and B are down. 7, 6, 7. Then slide up on 6 from fret 8 to 10. And then hit string 5, A pedal down. One thing I really like doing, instead of having A and B down, have B and C down. Use it as a 1 to a 4. But yeah, so that's the Dom 7th. The major is pretty much the same pattern, except you're going to start on string 8 out of your open position. But you will have still have A and B down because you're incorporating your B pedal down position 2 frets up with string 9. So string 9, 2 frets up from your open, that's your root. Then B pedal down on string 6, or sorry, that's string 7. So that's just the G. Same notes as 5, 6, and 8. And you're just moving everything up a set with your B pedal. So like I said earlier, that one works really well with the dobro sim, just because if I have the dobro sim on A, you want to try to think like a dobro, so you're doing a lot of single note stuff. You're not trying to do a lot of the bendiness. At least with pedals, you're trying to do more sliding. And just these upper register strings sit better for the dobro sim. I think it makes it sound a little bit more realistic. It's obviously, it's a dobro simulator, not a dobro, so. But anyways, and even without like the key of G, you can move it up a minor third and use that as almost like a Dom 7. And then that's C. Same thing, we're just using our 2 frets up, 9, 7, and 6 B pedal position. Yeah, you can combine the two. So, the main one, the dominant 7th one, you're starting on string 7. The open position, major, you're starting on string 8. A and B pedal are down for both. So let's combine them. Let's say we're doing like a 1 to a 5, back to a 1. So G to a D to a G. Even just something as simple as that, kind of staying on the same relative position. So now you're just doing your 5 dominant 7. So that's all over 1. Then you can throw in your little B and C thing at the end. Or, you could even stay on A and B and do it. And then you can start, you can go to a 4 or 5 or whatever key you're going, whatever chord you're going to, different ways. If you watched my rake video last week, that little lick, This is a fun one to incorporate with this. So one little side note, if you have this change in your guitar that lowers string 6 a whole tone to make a unison with open 7, if you have that and you can split it with your B pedal, so right there I have my B pedal now, to get that split G note, well, it'd be open, you know, if you're open it'd be a G, but so you can also do this lick if you have your B pedal down and you're just rocking off that 6 lower lever. Start with it up, then let it out. Just thought I'd throw it in there. I hardly ever use it like that for that lick. I prefer to do the more single note thing and incorporate this position. And you know, like I said, you don't have to take like the timing of this, how I'm doing it verbatim, you know, mix it up. You can play it about any way, just depending on what you're playing it with. You know, you can stay on this position in the middle. You know, you can start incorporating that 8 lower. Even just doing something as simple as that, throwing it on, then just letting that ring. You know, there's a lot of ways you can go with these licks. This is just kind of something to run with. But yeah, something quick and easy for this week. It's not super hard. It's good blocking, and it's just a nice bite-sized lick, like I said, that you can alter however you want. That's why I really like this kind of stuff. Gives you something to work on. Like I said, nice and bite size. But yeah, that's all I got this week. Sorry, it's a little bit, I've been trying to do every Wednesday. I'm a little bit late today. Should have it out sometime tonight. But yeah, been hectic. Anyways, hope everybody's doing good. Thanks for subscribing, tuning in, all that good stuff. Yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next one.